Yeah, across the sky. Yeah. Oh boy, I feel so good, and it's not just because I had a 90-minute massage about 20 minutes ago. I just feel elated. Like I've never done ecstasy, but I feel like this is probably what it is.
Fuck me.
Boy, welcome to Backchat, powered by Paywise. Hammer, I haven't heard about Paywise, like what's going on with you and Paywise recently. Could you just give us a really quick little 20-second? If someone wants to get involved in Paywise, what do they do? Call you up?
Yeah, well, obviously, give me a call.
Yep.
Hit Paywise up, ask for me, and I'll get your car. Basically, if you love money and you would like to drive a car, go through Paywise. Salary sacrifice through your employer. It's real easy. You save heaps of cash. It's not free, but it basically is free. Get a car for cheap through me.
There you
and
go.
I get paid.
Brilliant. Will Schofield, welcome to you. You're dressed in something nice.
Yeah. Across the sky. Yeah. If anyone's been listening carefully, I told you so. I told you West Coast are back. I told you West Coast are the best team ever.
Yeah.
I told you, didn't I?
You did. You said
You've
that.
always been,
As I've always said,
You've been massive on them for basically the last 5 years.
West Coast are
Loved
good.
them.
As I've always said, West Coast are a good side.
You've loved them.
And they're not shit at all.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they're the best ever.
Hammer, usually we do a little quick check-in on the waffle. How'd you go on the weekend?
No, it was a week off, mate. Just enjoyed myself. Had a bottomless brunch. Was drinking fishbowl cocktails, which was great.
Where'd you go?
At Ugly Baby or something in the city.
That doesn't sound real.
It was like these nice, fucking massive fishbowl cocktails that I had a few of, which was really good. And then went to the footy on Sunday,
Yes. Yeah, great. Oh,
and just could not believe it.
Speaking of the Royals, even though we didn't really speak
And Waffle By State game.
Nah,
State
yeah, that's
I
good.
didn't play.
Yeah, footy's good. State's good. Speaking of the Royals, we have had a bit of information come to the podcast across the desk, which we have a big desk and lots of things come
Massive
across
desk, heaps
it.
of desk.
It's a conveyor belt.
Jaden's desk.
Are you aware of sort of the fraternity of
Yeah, mate, I'm all
Royals?
across it.
So people that have been at the Royals and
Yep.
played at the Royals.
Name the last 20 captains.
Can you show Hammer a bit of vision that we have here? Don't know if you've seen this.
Oh yeah, I have.
Have you seen this? Excuse me. You hopping that as well?
Oh yeah, I'm copping some bad audio.
It's terrible. Terrible audio. Kill that. See that guy?
Yeah, milkshake man.
He played
Yeah.
for East Perth Royals.
Yep.
Did
I
he?
can't remember his name, but he definitely did.
Did he?
I reckon he played Colts.
He's a Royal.
He's a Royal. A
So-
loyal Royal.
So
We put something up because he's at Australian Eurovision. He's our
Milkshake
representative.
Is he the Aussie guy? Why does he look like Boone Boonhead?
David Byrne.
So
No, the
would it be
Boone
fair
guy.
to say that like all his milkshakes come from the yard? Damn right. They're better than yours. Is that right? I can teach you.
Is that what he's saying? He
We'd
did
have
the
to charge you
milkshake.
$20 a game.
Mate, what's happening here?
No, so-
The Australian representative of Eurovision,
He's singing about milkshakes.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I was hoping to see it now, but Jaden's not locked in enough.
No,
over
he
there.
is locked in. It's not him. It's the audio.
Head of content, Jaden.
Head of content.
Right, so he played for East
Yeah.
Perth Royals.
Here we go.
Okay, we're back.
Oh, yeah.
Take a sip from my special cup. I heard that you could use a little pick me up.
Oh, no.
No, keep going.
Sad it's the milk
What?
from the milkshake
Oh,
man.
oh. Come on, What?
Like a chocolate, vanilla, and lactose free.
Lactose.
Yeah, you'd be happy with that.
Drink that.
And a caramel banana that you really got to see.
I can't wait till this gets pulled off the entire internet because we've breached
Yeah,
copyright.
we've breached copyright now.
Oh, that's
We
not.
can't monetize that.
What's
We had Guy Sebastian. We had...
Dummy in?
No, Guy's done his
him?
Achilles. No, Guy's done his
Guy
Achilles.
did his Achilles the other
Can't use
day.
Guy.
And that's where we're at now.
And we've got
Milkshake
that guy.
Man.
Milkshake
The
man.
guy wasn't Eurovision.
No,
he was
no,
Australian
no.
Idol.
Do you know what, though? He's leaned into the Eurovision shtick. Because
I
that's
don't
what
know what it
Eurovision
is.
Is that what Eurovision's all
At
about?
this
point,
I don't
Jumping
know.
in big blenders and being
Yeah.
milkshakes?
It's the most like...
Singing about lactose-free milkshakes?
The more shocking the stuff, the better in Eurovision. You got to
Is
get
it
their
really?
attention. Yeah, it's always...
Super comment.
We got a couple of them. The first one from McBean.
Beanie.
$7.99. Thank you very
Liam
much. You know what you
McBean.
could have done with $7.99? Other things. I'm not going to list them all.
Wasn't there a McBean that played for Richmond? I'm sure there was.
Was it Liam McBain?
Was it Liam? I think
Liam
it might
McBain
have been.
plays at,
Okay.
he's
All right,
in
Hammer,
South America.
you're locked the fuck in,
Yeah, I am.
boys.
I am.
Sorry. I just said Hammer because you are locked in, but it says hope you're locked in.
Yeah, well, I am.
Also, $2 fine for Hammer getting pumped on Friday's quiz. And on another note, how's the big guy's shins looking? F you, Dan. I don't know.
Who's the big guy's shins?
Well, the boners, I would say.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we
yeah,
do
yeah.
have
Oh, yeah,
another
yeah.
super
Super
comment
comment.
from Brendan
I did
Lay.
get
It's about anyone's family
Brendan
members,
Lay,
or-
the 2004,
Yep.
2004 Power Ruckman. Yeah,
Yes.
Brendan Lay.
Thank
family
you for
related?
tuning in, Brendan.
Is it
Waffle
family?
State team win, yet fuck all advertising. Please discuss how to fix.
Yeah, okay.
So WA team wins against South Australia, yet no one knew about it. Is
So-
that the question?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Super comments. I've asked
Well,
it.
the question. Yeah.
Why didn't you play?
Just didn't get picked.
Yeah, okay.
I can answer that. I can answer that question. They only trained for 2 weeks in the lead up to the game.
Yep.
So there's very little time to advertise it because
Yeah.
they don't have a team together.
Yeah. The advertising I saw was they gave the lads like a mic and they were telling people what they're going to put in their keys.
Yeah. It was
So it was
bizarre,
What?
yeah.
It was basically
What
what
are
you put
you
in
putting
their
in
keys.
your
And
Kia?
a couple of blokes said they're going to bring some runners.
Yeah.
Just go over and run.
Someone said, "Bring over a barbecue." I was like, in the back of my Kia Tasman. No, you're not. No, you're not.
That's what I saw. And hey, I'm not knocking that. That's content.
Yeah, it is
Sometimes
Sometimes
it hits.
content's content.
Sometimes it hits. Sometimes it misses.
Look,
You
we
know.
can't talk. Sometimes our
Sometimes
content's
we
been
miss.
less than ideal. You know, a little while ago we called a man while he was jogging just to hear his voice, just to see if
You
it was
did
good.
that. He wasn't here
That
for
was
it.
one of the worst
Did
things
you
ever.
call a man while he was running just to have a chat?
Goodness gracious.
I'm gonna get to Brendan's super comment in a second because we are going to talk about some footy stuff very shortly.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to go through before we get stuck in for some great footy chat?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Great.
Fucking tell us about
Let's
a good West
kick
Coast
in.
side.
Yeah. let's
Well, Sunday was the day the rest of the AFL was put on notice by the newly emerging Eagles. While the rest of the country laughed at me, including you two, I was accurately confident that the West Coast Eagles would get it done, and boy, oh boy, did they. I'd like to take this opportunity to shove it in the face of all the doubters. F you, and F you. We're so back, it's not funny.
All right.
And I'd like to also just throw this to another super comment. Brandon says, "Hey, Scully, is this a good sign for West Coast, or were Saints just poor?"
Great
More of a
question.
serious
I love these super comments. That's a bloody
Yeah,
wicked question.
it's got to be a good sign.
I'm gonna go to my good friend Dan, who I literally live streamed the entire game yesterday on
did watch
Backchat
it.
Social.
It was a nice sausage.
It was a roller coaster of emotions, and it was topped up by deep throating a sausage. That's exactly how Dan treated it. Tell us.
Okay,
No,
sure.
So okay. I'll speak about West Coast and I'll address that comment in just 1 second. But why were you so confident pre-game that West Coast were going to win?
Honestly, it was in my bowels. I don't know what else to say. It was in my gut. I just knew
enough.
it. I'd
Sometimes
seen
you have
how
to
he.
stick with that.
I could see how he played against Richmond. Like I said, when you guys were like, and
Don't knock Richmond, mate.
No, Richmond are good.
Beating Richmond is a massive effort.
Richmond are very, very good. So, of course, we almost beat them. Couldn't quite get over the line. We were good against Brisbane for parts. We were good against Hawthorn for parts. We almost beat Essendon. We probably should have. We were good against Melbourne. We've been good. We finally just put it all together for 4 quarters because it's the first time we've actually won more quarters than lost them.
Hats off to you. You did well.
I felt very good about it from the beginning, but it did get nervous towards the middle. I was nervous eating. Beck was bringing over food. I kept eating it. That's why I was
ate a lot
eating the
of
sausage
food.
roll. I just kept eating. I didn't know I was such a nervous eater. But you were being all like about 10 minutes into the first score. You're like, oh, this is over. Jaden Hunt's sizzling. This is well and truly
Well,
over.
they were. So to answer the question, the super comment, West Coast was sizzling early. Like Jaden Hunt was flying around. Brady Hoff as a gun. Liam
so
Baker
good.
was Superman
Liam
diving.
Ryan could win a Brownlow if they put him
Liam
in the
Ryan,
middle for the entire season.
Brownlow, Matty Flynn, your boy,
Oh,
was
Flinny.
jumping around.
Harry Edwards was fucking good.
Harry
He was
Edwards
good.
as like early too. And
Yeah.
St Kilda, I've never seen less intensity in a team in my life.
Just didn't want it at all.
The entire crowd was just sitting there watching. No one was making any noise because St Kilda were god
It
awful.
was
It was a perfect storm.
It was a perfect storm. And I like watching the game, I was commentating it, and like guys who like Tom Cole got dropped and was playing waffle a month ago. And he was exceptional on the weekend.
Premiership player.
Like Liam Duggan, who has been sore and been running around battling through knee injuries, and he was unbelievable as a
Oscar
skipper.
Oscar Allen. Can't come out.
All of a sudden you're playing back up forward, and what happens? He fucking takes mugs and kicks goals. Shock. But like everyone, they were just running in numbers. There was everyone at the footy that you look up, and there was more West Coast players in the screen than Saints, and basically every single
Yes.
stage of the game.
You know what? You know what they did that I have not seen for a long time. They were like celebrating
Celebrated the little things.
spoils,
Oh, so good.
smothers. Blokes were running from like the back pocket to go and celebrate like an offside help side run.
Liam Baker flew about 7 meters in the air to try and get a
That was
spoil.
actually the most.
That was
get
an
a smother.
obvious one, but
Obvious
like
one.
little things. Like you talk about the help side run, like that's what Masto used to do.
Yeah.
And we speak about that a little bit back in 18. He would just run it. Like Jaden Hunt was doing that on the weekend, and guys were getting around him.
High
for it.
fiving him.
It
Great
was
running.
like
Great running, Jaden.
It's exactly what you need for good teams.
Yes.
And I looked at that on the weekend. I said the Eagles have a function after every game up in there, like up in level 2 or whatever.
This is the best function ever.
Best function ever. Anyway, I
Sounds
Em
fun
Em's never invited me to go because they've lost every week. And I was commentating the game, and she said, "Oh, we've won. Do you want to have a drink upstairs?" And I was like, "Oh, may as well."
Yeah.
Would be rude not to.
Went up there, best function ever. I was talking to Duggo Schumer about it. They've got 4 games till the bye. And me and him were sitting there, we were just saying, how good's it going to be 5-9 at the bye? They're 5-9. And all of a sudden, if you're 5-9, anything's possible.
Who are you saying they can make finals?
Duggo is going to be... Duggo and I was probably driving this a bit more than him. 5-9. 5-9 at the bye for the West Coast Eagles.
Okay, they've got Adelaide next week.
That's going to be... Yep, well, they're only just going.
Coming off that performance, though, they'll be... Hang on. This is how winning feels.
Hang on. If you think about it, Adelaide lost to Fremantle. Fremantle got walloped by St Kilda, and West Coast have just panned St Kilda. So therefore, 1, 2, 3, we'll beat Adelaide.
Then Geelong at home.
Geelong can't play anywhere other than
St Kilda beat Geelong.
Okay. Let's.
I think so.
Round 13 is when you and I will go head to head. Hammer at Hands Oval. We'll throw hands in Bunbury.
That'll be tough for you. So there's. That's gonna be tough for you. That'll be a tough one.
I think we'll win that. We'll definitely win that.
I think that'll be.
I think we've shown that we can win that. And then the next one before the bye is Carlton at Optus.
That's their shit. So that's a win. So you'll be 4-10 at the bye because obviously you won't beat anyway. Yeah.
Who else are 4-10 at the moment?
It was just an unbelievable win.
No one.
An unbelievable win. And geez, it's just a monkey they certainly needed off the back because
you don't want to go through a whole season defeated. Sorry, not undefeated, defeated.
You don't want to go through a whole.
Harry Edwards won his second game in 38 games on the weekend. He was 1-37 before the weekend.
Yeah. I thought he was really good.
Hoff would have won a few. That would have been like his 5th game in all of his. Like he'd barely won.
First goal, that was unbelievable.
That was that good.
He was good, Hoffy. The move to the midfield. I mean.
Is that permanent? What's going on there? Is that just like until we get some form or something, or is he a permanent midfield?
Forever.
I think the back line's lost him forever now. How good he is in there. It's really disappointing because he's a gun.
We should actually pay tribute to Backman loss to the back line because it happens. Like blokes that are too good to play in the back line go into the midfield and you never see them again.
Yeah, and sometimes guys that start down back go up forward and you never see them again.
No, but you end up in the back line at the back end of your career and you stay there forever.
Yeah.
All right. Happy with that?
Yep.
West
really
Coast, we're going to win. We're going to keep winning games. I was having a look at what a baby eagle is. Do you know what a baby eagle is?
Eaglet?
Eaglet. So is this like the little rise of the eaglets?
A rise
young
of the
eagles?
Convocation.
Doesn't overly sound very
I think that's what a group
strong.
of eagles is called.
Is it?
A convocation.
No, you've pulled that out of your ass. There's no way
like
a group of eagles.
Christmas
A group of
party.
eagles, I believe, is called a convocation.
You heard me? Yeah, you heard me.
Sounds
like something you do at your family Christmas party at the moment.
Yeah.
Convocation.
A convocation of 583
Getting
eagles.
convocated.
Get convocated. It is a convocation of anyway. Now, can we move on? Are we happy with that?
Yeah, happy.
So we've spoken about the second best team over the weekend.
Yep.
Happy with that? Everyone? I texted you before. Will,
Yes, you said don't read it.
I sent you a text and I said don't open it and I want you to read it. So I've sent you a script.
Now? Great.
I've sent you a script. If you can please just follow the script.
To read it.
It's
To
a script.
down the barrel?
Yep, it's a script. No, you can talk to me if you want, or you can go down the barrel.
I'll barrel it.
Oh, barrel it. I'll barrel it back.
Hey, Hammer.
Hey, Will, how you going, mate?
Just so everyone knows, there's in brackets things that I'm meant to be doing. I.e., for that one, pause for Hammer's answer.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'll shut up.
Start again.
No
Start
more.
again.
Pause for response.
Hey, Hammer.
Hey, Scotty, mate, how you going?
Yeah, good. Thanks for asking. You know what I've been thinking about lately?
No, mate. How would I possibly know that? I'm not a mind reader.
Actually, that's a great point. You're so cool and smart. Well, I've been thinking a lot about the best AFL teams of all time. There have been some great dynasties and some incredible flashes in the pan. But for me, I'd say the 2013 three-peat Hawks were the best team I've ever seen. So I've got a little challenge for you, Hammer.
Okay.
I want you to hold your breath until I say a better team than the three-peat Premiership Hawks.
Well, that's going to be really hard because they were actually pretty good. All right, let me just take a couple of deep breaths. Here we go. And
Sid's Auskick side, the Hampton Rovers Junior Football Club's under-9 Division 3 side, my Aquinas for 18 boys, the Gold Coast Suns inaugural team, the 2024 Brisbane Lions, the current day Collingwood Magpies, the 2018 West Coast Eagles, the 2019 Richmond Tigers, the 2005 Sydney Swans, the 1950s Five Flags in 6 years Melbourne, the late 2000s Geelong Cats, the late 80s Hawthorn, the early 2003 Pete Lions, the 2025 North Melbourne Football Club.
Wow, that was impressive. I couldn't even hold your breath for that long.
Jeez, that was good. Thanks for that, Scully. What a lead-in. Unbelievable, baby. The boners are back. Hearts to hearts and hands to hands. Beneath the blue and white we stand. We shout, God bless our native land, North Melbourne, North Melbourne. Out we come, out we come, out we come to play. Just for recreation's sake, to pass the time away. Lots of fun, heaps of fun. Enjoy yourself today. The Melbourne boys are hard to beat when they come out to play. So, join in the chorus.
There we go.
And sing it one and all. Join in the chorus. North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old North Melbourne. The champions, you'll agree. North Melbourne will be premiers. Just you wait and see. Woo!
Tell us about it, mate.
Wow. What a game. What a performance. It just inspired throughout the entire game. We've got young talent across the park that just stood up and went bang. We've got seniors. Jack Darling's played 300 games of AFL football. Not one has been better than that on the weekend. Charlie Common's the best defender in the competition. Luke Davis-Uniacke signed a 6-year deal. We should have signed him for 15. Tristan Sherry wears a helmet bigger than Sparkle Knuckles' old one, the big motorbike helmet. Looks like Toad from Mario Bros. But Sherry's out there just dominating. Wardlaw, class. O'Sullivan, class. McKercher, speed. We're just so good. We are so good. We've beaten Richmond.
What about your other guy in the back line?
I was going to say, you're missing someone. I hope you're getting to somebody important.
Sorry,
I'll tell you what, I know it's exciting times.
Yeah, I'm getting
and I know you're the greatest.
I'm getting there.
You are missing somebody.
Yeah, I know I'm missing someone, but I'm just, before we get to that. So, we've beaten Richmond in one of the great wins of all time. Richmond, not long ago, beat West Coast, who Dan reckons is the best team.
Yep.
Richmond beat Gold Coast. Gold Coast, are they sitting top of the ladder or pretty close to?
Did Richmond beat Gold Coast this year?
Are Gold Coast sitting on top of the ladder? Because Richmond beat them.
Gold Coast are third.
Who's sitting on top of the ladder?
Did Richmond beat Gold Coast?
That's
Yeah.
right. Richmond beat
them
Gold
by like
Coast.
50 points.
So Richmond beat Gold Coast, who everyone thinks is a premiership contender. So we've beaten Richmond, who beat them, so we're better than the Gold Coast Suns. We tied with Brisbane, so that means we a chance to win a premiership. We do not win this game without one man, though. Ball gets kicked inside. It's all the weight of the world is on this man's shoulders. He has got the perfect set of red hair you've ever seen. Back with the flight, just body worked, craft, bang. Toby, stick it in the pink stink, has just gone bang. In what world is that leaving the Dukes of Toby Pink Eye Stink Eye? That is an unbelievable save. He won the game.
The Pinkster has duked that mark like I've never seen a ball duked in my life. It was
squeezed the life out of the Sharon.
A vice.
He squeezed the life out of that
Miami
Sharon.
Vice Pink Eye for the straight guy has just literally gone wang bang, back a mole, whack. Like, it was unbelievable scenes. If you haven't given him 5 in the Jack Buckley, I'll spew up because he was just glorious in that moment.
He was.
I saw that Toby Pink was featured on Fox Footy. I heard Kingy, one of the great analysts, going around. He was just talking about Toby Pink and what a brilliant defender he is. They were showing chase down tackles from Toby Pink.
They gave Toby Pink highlights. He was, on the weekend, like, let's not get it twisted. It was a team performance. And North Melbourne, it was you that sort of ran through that. There were some great teams you listed before. And we get to the culminating, the best team of all time, obviously, at the moment, is the 2025 North Melbourne Footy Club.
Yep.
And to be in that position was a team effort. But just the pressure and the weight of the world on one man's shoulders, it takes a real man to step up and do that.
What it does do is set up one of the great rivalries in modern day history, and that is the Boners v the Eagles or the Eaglets. We are 2 weeks away from one of the great clashes in here. I feel like
Don't pity me like that.
We've got no. Come on,
Don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining.
We've
That's
got
not
the
gonna be a
showdown.
contest.
We've got the Derby.
Yep.
We've got the Battle of the Bridge.
And we've got
the Q Clash.
the hands throw in Bunbury.
What have we got?
The hands throw. It's North Melbourne and the West Coast Eagles, 2 of the shittest teams of all.
It's like look. I just think of.
Here's what's going to happen, mate. We're going to go down to Bunbury and there's going to be a little bird's nest sitting at the end of a stick. Oh, there's some little baby eagles sitting in there, and we're going to just take our boners out and beat the shit out of that little thing. All these eagles, fly, eagle, fly, nut, because you're all dead.
Fly.
We're going to beat the piss out of them. It's over. What have they got?
I think of the great sort of
What have they got?
competitive battlegrounds of all time. You think about the MCG in sport, but you think about the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah,
That's
one
what I
of the
think of. Who is the Eagles and who is the Boners in the Colosseum? Like, is the gladiators, so like the prisoners, and they. I'm not talking about the movie either. I'm
The
talking,
Eagles can
thinking
be the
Russell
gladiators. Sweet. Toby Pink's the emperor. No thanks. Fuck you guys. Dead. In what world are they going to win? Seriously.
Brady Hoff is Russell Crowe in that scenario.
He dies.
Well, only because he's trying to save his family and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. He's a good man, Brady Hoff, but
great man, but
the
he
fact
died.
is he did
die.
pass away.
The Emperor died too.
Yeah, but like that's
a good point
Toby
too.
Pink. Toby Pink sacrificed himself for the betterment of the team, and they win. There's just
very good.
look. It's going to be. They're going to be so much hype. We'll go down to Hands Oval, and we'll just wipe the floor with the West Coast Eagles.
I agree with that, actually.
Like, in what world are West Coast going to be able to hang with the best team in the comp?
I think it's a rivalry for the ages. North Melbourne, we could, for 10 years, they could just play each other and have great games of footy. So
I'm glad, Hammer, that you guys got the win, because it means that we can still win a couple more games throughout the season and still finish bottom and get the first pick, and we'll get the second pick if there's a little compensation handed to us. And last week I copped it a little bit because I was saying, Hammer, would you rather the second pick in the draft or the first pick? And turns out you don't even have a pick. So when I was saying, wouldn't you rather just get the draw than get the wins and get a higher draft pick? But you don't have you won't have pick 2 next season.
Why do we need a pick?
Well, just
Hang on a
when
minute.
you guys
Why need
more
a pick?
talent.
Why need a pick? We've got the best team. We've got the best list in the comp. What's the point of having a pick? Why do you need a pick?
You might get the next
You might
Toby
need some
Pink.
wins then.
Who's
to
adding?
prove-
Who's adding to that team?
To prove that you're the best team, you need to win.
Hang on a minute. You're only as good as your last game.
No.
Well, you beat
you're the best team
well, you beat
of all
16th
time.
on the ladder.
Here we are. We're the best team of all time. We just took the mickey out of that competition on the weekend. The AFL is on watch. Watch out for the North Melbourne Football Club. We don't lose from here. Another game all year.
Hey, should we get a couple of fines, Jay?
Yeah, let's roll it.
Mix things up a little bit before we talk Fremantle, that other team in Western
Can
Australia.
I ask a question before we get to those fines? I just would like to ask all involved, are we locked in enough to be putting fines together? Like, do we think we're locked in enough?
Yeah,
I hope
and I've
we
got
are.
a super comment to give you from Brandon. It says, Hammer, the Emperor has a thing for his sister. You can keep him.
He actually
And our second home ground's in Tassie, so that's fair enough. Happy with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, very good. All right, Jaden, give us the first fine, please.
Find me.
Yeah, g'day lads and Jaden.
Ooh.
Hammer's happy hour on Friday was an absolute schmozzle.
I don't think it was.
Talking about being locked in this, locked in that.
Very much
How
so.
about getting the fucking rules right? Round 3 of the quiz.
Yeah, fair enough.
Got to call out any 2 answers, are you? 30 seconds into the quiz, Hammer says Triple H.
Did I?
4 names later, Kano says Triple H. Non-call. And then later on, you had to get the bloody comments to do your job for you, didn't you, Jay? Do better about locked in.
That's fair enough.
Locked off. Jaden's been sounded out. Okay, thank
I
you
feel
very
like
much.
that was directed at you, not me. So,
Absolutely was. Jaden's
but I
been
take
called
that
out.
on. I take that on board as a whack at both of us and a whack at the show.
I don't think you've ever
When
been
you're
locked
locked
in.
in, you're locked
You've
in
never been
together.
locked in. Ever.
What a stupid thing to
You've
say.
never locked.
What a
You've
dumb-
never locked yourself
Jaden,
in.
are you hearing this?
Yeah, that's
What a
ridiculous.
dumb thing
Here
to
he
say.
is.
Never not been locked in.
Yeah, what a dumb thing for you to
Start
say.
putting your microphone in front of Jaden and he gets locked out real quick. Like the keys are lost and he can't get back into the house
What a
very
dumb-
quickly.
What a dumb thing. Call the locksmith.
Next fine.
G'day, fellas and Dan. I'd like to issue the official AFL app a $1 million fine. I went on there today to
Deal.
have a look at the waffle fixtures.
Why would you do that?
And so I clicked on the 3 dots at the
waffle
top.
Yep.
And you've got the VFL,
Yep.
the Sandful, and the AFLW.
Yep.
But no waffle.
That's true. I'm looking at it now.
What's with that? Talk about Vic bias.
Got our own app.
Fuck you, AFL.
Fair enough, though.
Cheers, boys.
Nah, it's fair enough.
I think that's
is
fair
fair.
enough too. $1 million
I
bucks,
wanna
they can
get a
afford it
second
too.
Yeah, they can afford it.
Don't
Dogs.
get me a second app. I don't want to have a second app for the
I
waffles.
want one app.
But you've got your own app, is what
Yeah,
you're
we do have
mumbling
we
for.
do have a Waffle app. If you
Right.
wanted to check the fixtures, because I know the AFL is shit and they don't have it up there.
Or,
I'm going to be honest though about the Waffle website. It's real hard to use.
Look
at
yeah,
the
it is. It sucks. It sucks
So hard to get.
badly.
I just want to know who played last week.
No, it
It's
sucks
impossible
so
to
bad.
find.
What I will say, if people did want to access Waffle stats and Waffle details, they could get in contact with you personally, and then you can tell them about the Waffle and Paywise and get them a no bad lease.
Of course I can do that.
Is that possible?
That'd be
So
absolutely
they can
possible.
contact you directly via email.
Yep, you can.
Let us know about the Waffle, and then you can get.
If you want to know about the Waffle and getting a novated lease, you can message and email me at my Paywise email address. You can ring Paywise and say, hey, it's John Smith. Hey, John, how are you? Yeah, pretty good, mate. Yourself? Oh, actually, not too bad. How was your weekend? Yeah, it was good.
Are you
Just watching
talking
the
now,
footy.
or is this the
I'm-
reception?
This is me and John Smith.
Okay.
You see the Waffle State game on the weekend? Nah, because I didn't know it was on. I didn't have the Waffle app. Oh, you wanted to talk to Hammer about that? Yeah, please, patch me through. John, how are you, mate? Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
I thought he was talking to Hammer.
No, he was talking to reception and then puts him through to me. Anyway, me and John Smith are on the phone. We're chatting about Waffle. Yeah, mate, I'll show you the app. You want a car too? Yeah, sweet, done. And then we're on our way.
Great.
So John's got an app. He's now got a car. He's driving in the car. When he parks his car, obviously not while he's driving, he checks the Waffle app.
Okay, great. Before we go to the next five, I've got a comment here. It's not super, but I thought I'd like to read out anyway. JC Customs says, Hammer has some serious watch bling. Is that a swatch?
It's a Fossil watch. It's scratched all
Okay.
over. $180, I think.
Great.
A real nice watch. It probably looks a bit better than it actually is.
That's the best watches ever. They look better than they
Yeah,
are.
like that's just it's a real entry level
There you
watch.
go. A
Thanks,
lot of
though.
people
I feel
asking
like
about
it's
the
quite
watch.
new though.
You've been
No,
flashing
I've
it a
had
lot
that
apparently. Is that
I just do that.
deliberate thing? Okay.
Nah, I've had this for like 4 years,
You wear it every day?
every day,
Wow.
No. If I went back and looked at every podcast we've ever done, you've got that on every time.
every time.
Wow.
And you're not a liar either, so I'm not going to call you a liar.
Every
It feels
time.
like you lie
Every
to me.
time.
Okay.
All right, give us the next one, Jade, please.
Hey boys, big fan of the pod. Just got a fine to send out to Scully and Hammer for giving Dan a bit of shit last week for thinking that Eagles could beat Saints. So just for that, I think both of you should transfer Dan $28,
cool.
which was the margin. Hopefully just to pay off the sausage rolls that Dan had last night. Cheers, boys.
I tell you what, I will take that on board.
28. We won by 28
Did
points.
you really? What a you pissed it in.
Wow. That was
Dominated.
I felt sorry for sausage rolls within Optus Stadium last night. You were.
Yeah, it was a bad day to be a sausage roll.
Like, it's not going to be on there much longer because it's 24-hour sort of notice sort of operation on Instagram. But you were devouring those sausages.
Speaking of sausage rolls, so I stayed at Crown last night because I was feeling great after the win. I thought, you know what, take some money out, go on a Crown. So I stayed at Crown, walked over from the stadium and went to the buffet breakfast this morning at the atrium. And
Wow.
there's eggs, there's
Sausages.
bacon, sausages, everything. And there was mini sausage rolls. I reckon about 7 of them. They're so good. Mini sausage rolls at a buffet.
They're
Keep them coming.
sensational. I was on my phone for 2 seconds. Looked up from the 25th of March, the last time North Melbourne won a game, and I went bananas on here on the podcast. What am I wearing?
Swatch.
A watch. Can't confirm
Can't-
or
yeah,
deny with
confirm or
it.
deny.
Okay, yeah, great. No, it's good. It's good.
Another comment here. I think Dan should be given best on ground. How he got great depth on that sausage roll yesterday.
Best on ground. Best on
Hit
ground.
us again, Jade.
Remember that's a great show? It's my employer. Fox Footy.
G'day, legends.
No.
I got a $5 here for Mateus Philippou.
Fair enough.
$3 of the fine goes to him for not kicking the goal and could have ultimately got my multi up, but he couldn't fucking do it.
It's okay.
Don't blame me.
The other $2 goes to him for flying the flag once Marshall kicks the ball out in the full.
Seen this?
Brady Hoff gets into his face, as he fucking should.
Yes.
And Mateus comes over, gives him a fucking shove, and Hoffy's gigantic chest dislocates Mateus's fucking finger. Pull your fucking head in, mate.
That was so good.
If I've ever seen a more deserved dislocated finger, it was right at this moment. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Rowan Marshall and Hoffy are wrestling and carrying on. Hoffy, of course he does, ends up standing over Rowan Marshall.
It's a big man to wrestle.
And then Rowan's on his back trying to get up and Hoffy's still giving it to him. Mateus, who you can't fault the man. He was coming to
Fly the
support
flag,
his-
respect that.
Flying it. But he's tried to fight against Brady Hoff.
Silly.
Didn't read the play too well. Came over, just gone to jumper wrestle him. Immediate impact into his chest. The first finger that's gone in, bop, straight out. And he literally just went, and this ran straight off the ground, holding his fingers, popped it straight out. And it's like, oh, mate, that's just what you get, Philippoussis.
sucked in,
Mark Philippoussis got absolutely stitched up. Any others?
Yeah, boys, great show. Hey, fine for Scully.
Oh, perfect.
Mate, you doubted Dan and his confidence that the Eagles will win this week. 50-cent fine. Cheers, mate.
50 cents.
To be honest, if I'm getting fined for
50
doubting
cents.
Dan should be fined for going for West Coast because I've been right about 28 times in a row. So I get it wrong once. 50 cent fine. All right, I'm taking my side of the ledger because I'm right.
Well,
I don't even know what I'm...
I've never been confident, though. That's probably the first time I've actually been properly confident.
That's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. You know what? 50 cents. No
50
worries.
cents.
I can't argue it.
Hammer, I think we should get on to the JBM before you have to go because
Yeah, we fucking
we got important things to get through. We'll get some more phones and we'll talk Freo very shortly, but hit it, Jaden.
You've got the touch. You got the power.
Yeah, righto. Tab Touch. Thanks for coming. I will say, I don't know why we're even doing this. I can only assume that the 5 votes goes to Toby
Harry
Pink.
Edwards.
Well,
Toby Pink gets the 5
I've
votes.
got this. Okay, let me just get the votes up.
Oh.
Now, I had something to speak about, which
Yeah.
is we've already discussed. So on this show, we've got on this award,
Yes.
we've got the algorithm.
Yes.
The algorithm's perfect, and we said a little bit earlier in the year. I said there needs to be. I think there's room for discussion when it comes to the algorithm and giving votes. Like there's some things that happen that you're like, oh, what about this? Like guys kicking 4, we need to talk about it. And so running the algorithm, someone didn't get votes. And so what I wanted to bring to the table was, can we go above and beyond to give a guy like Toby Pink votes? Because what I'm thinking
No.
is I would like to put him 1 vote clear at the top of the whole league. And just sit him there. So Sam Taylor is leading the whole thing on 19 votes.
You want to give
I
him
would
20
like to
votes?
give Toby Pink 20 votes and just sit him at the top. And I wanted to.
Like a
he's not
handicap.
He's not in the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because I just wanted to give him 20.
Maybe we need to look at some sort of handicap system. You know, like you're into golf. Maybe we give Toby Pink a 20-point head start.
Look, if you're asking for an answer,
Yeah.
it's no,
No.
from me.
You can't give Toby Pink 20.
No, it's a
No.
no from me at this stage.
Okay, well,
I'm saying
let's
it can't happen.
let's just go through the votes here,
Okay.
and we'll see the overall leaderboard, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Anyway,
And before you start, someone sent through a request, and I'd like you to do it because I actually want to know. They want Scoey, AME. They want my JBM from the 2018 Grand Final. They want my game put through the algorithm.
okay,
Is that
yeah,
possible?
Okay, yeah, easily do that for
Right.
you. No question, I'll do that for you.
Even just a JBM run on that game rather than the round.
Oh yeah,
just
who was
that game.
Sure,
You could do it on your 1-0 victory, Hammer. On your,
I wouldn't have scored. Very
you
well.
reckon?
Oh, I certainly wouldn't
Not
have.
the JBM.
Not the JBM. I was not
Fucking playing a high half forward. Jamie Cripps' role.
Yeah, Simo's message to me before the game was, "Hey mate, as soon as that ball gets thrown up, turn around and run away." Okay, thank- what about actually sticking around and getting it? Nah, run away. Anyway,
let's go.
1 vote. So this game was a pantsing, a genuine pantsing.
Portugal.
It was early. It was early days. It was contest, and then just see you later. Wipe the floor. And you think in those games, it's the mids that get it done. It's the forwards that get it done. No, it's not.
No.
It's the defenders that get it done. This guy's putting together a sneaky little season. He's putting some votes together here and there, and he's getting up the board. Jack Henry with a 1 vote.
Ooh,
I don't know if you watched this. He was really good.
Yeah,
he was really good.
Didn't watch a minute of it. Yeah, couldn't care less.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, did. Okay, now we go to the 2 votes. You both watched this game very intently. You were there. Dan was eating sausages.
Please.
Wow.
Fullback. You just said he's won his 2nd game in 38 games. This guy registered the 2 votes. Harry fucking Edwards. Harry Edwards gets on the board in the Jack Buckley medal voting with 2 votes.
He'll be stoked with that.
He will be. Now,
Stoked.
the reason I'm giving him 2 votes, Jack Higgins kicked 5,
Yep.
but he's a small forward. So the rule is 6 and above wipes out the entire defence.
Right.
5 and below knocks out your style of defender.
Right.
So
well, Harry, I can
Harry's
tell
not
you,
playing on
Mate,
small.
I can tell
he
you
did
Harry
nothing
Edwards. What he didn't do is play on
He
Jack
didn't play
Higgins.
Jack Higgins. So Harry Edwards gets the 2 votes in the JVM. Well done, Harry. 3 votes. Wowee. This guy could have had 10 himself. I could have given him the 10 votes, but he was on the 3 and I've got to stick true to the system. This guy was phenomenal. Charlie Comben.
Oh,
my
yes.
Goodness gracious me. Charlie Comben played one of the great. He's putting together one of the great seasons.
I'm telling you, we need to get him on. Jaden, someone who's listening to this, we need Charlie Comben on.
Charlie?
He's got his own podcast. He does content, right? He will get it, and he will know what value this is. I'm telling you, I've been calling this for a long time. He's a very, very, very good defender.
He might be leading North Melbourne's best and fairest.
Holy shit. Of course he should be.
He could be honestly leading North Melbourne's best and fairest. He's
That's
been the
without
shining...
Toby. Is that the best and fairest without
Obviously,
Toby?
He breaks the internet this week. He gets, just then, Charlie, he's putting together a career season.
Yeah.
Like, he is the shining light so far, with the exception of Pink Eye, of the North Melbourne Footy Club this season. He's been phenomenal. He's been everywhere. Number 4. I don't know if you watched the Collingwood-Adelaide game.
No.
Did you? Did you watch
Collingwood Adelaide? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. So let me give you the rundown on Adelaide. What's Adelaide's biggest weapons, you reckon, at the moment?
Isaac Rankin.
Besides him?
Rochelle.
Their back line.
Besides their back line. What's the media speak about? The textbook media?
Phil Thorpe.
They're big fuckers down forward. Phil Thorpe, Darcy Fogarty, Tex
I
Walker.
saw this.
So I'll tell you, let me give you the rundown. Darcy Moore had Fogarty.
Yep.
Fogarty kicked 4.
Tried his best.
Tried his absolute darndest.
Couldn't get it done.
Phil Thorpe played out of the goal square all day. He's been taking the mickey out of defenders.
He's a man against children when he plays
Yep,
out
he's
there.
got a beard. He's an enormous son of a bitch, and he just gets to work.
Unless your name's Billy.
Unless your name is Billy Frampton and you walk out there and just put the fucking clamps on him. Billy Frampton with the 4 votes was just incredible.
Bilbo
Baggins? No, the 111-year-old Bilbo Baggins. On his 111th birthday, took the piss out of Riley Phil
I would
Thorpe.
like an investigation to see whether his name is Will or William and he calls himself Billy, or whether his name is Billy.
What do we think?
I think it.
I think it'd be
Billy.
Billy.
I think it's Billy. He looks like a Billy.
Will Frampton seems weird.
I think William Frampton would be his name.
I got the answer here, boys.
Willie
there we
Frampton
go.
would be nice.
William
You sound locked in.
Frampton.
It's William Frampton.
William Frampton.
It's
Right,
not,
well,
it's
we're
not
gonna
Willie
change-
Frampton.
No, it's William.
We're gonna go from here on out. We're gonna call him William Frampton.
William Frampton.
So William Frampton was sensational on the weekend with the 4 votes. So
William
was great. So William will get 4 votes, and now he's moving up the leaderboard. He's into 6, and this guy, wow,
If it's Sam Taylor,
it's not Sam Taylor.
I was going to say it might be time to back it up and stop giving scores out.
It's not Sam Taylor.
Right.
You're getting close.
They got the pants pulled down.
You're getting close though. They did get their pants pulled down. It wasn't him. So you look at the games for over the weekend, and you think, what game? Like, what's probably a hard game to play in? Really quick, exciting, electric. Like it was wet and slippery, but fuck, the skills were everywhere.
Hawthorn Gold Coast.
Hawthorn Gold Coast. You're thinking, wow, how can you really be the best defender of the round in this game? I'll tell you how you can be.
Holy shit.
You can be a shaved head, aggressive beard. You can be a genuine brick wall walking on 2 legs.
Before you say who it is, this man,
basically said
this
he's
man,
bald head.
this man has a lot of Marcus Bontempelli Brownlow vibes about it.
Yeah.
Like deserves.
Oh, yeah.
A Jack Buckley.
Deserves a Jack Buckley.
Right. Marcus Bontempelli deserves
A Brownlow. And this guy deserves a Jack Buckley because no one epitomises Dower defence more than this guy. He's gone from Fremantle. He's moved to the Gold Coast Suns.
I'm pretty sure he's got the career savers
He's
on.
definitely got the career savers on, and he shaved his head Walter White style.
Yep.
Sam Collins with the 5
Another
votes.
fiver.
Now we're talking,
Now we're
Sammy.
cooking with gas. Sammy Collins. An unbelievable game of football. Was everywhere. Was intercepting. Was spoiling. Was just all over the place. Playing as a true defender. So now, Jaden, if we hit the leaderboard, we have got Sam Taylor at 19. Jack Payne is at 15. Sam Collins closing that gap 14. Harris on 12. Nick Haynes and Charlie Comben on 10. Jeremy Howe and Darcy Moore on 7. Now,
Other than Nick Haynes, who's having a great season. Every one of those players, other than Charlie Cobbin as well, but they're both great. All of these players are in like top 4 teams.
well, yeah, and the only reason
other
that
than
the only reason that those other that Carlton and North have won any games is because of obviously Toby Pink and those 2.
Yes.
They've been exceptional. Now here comes the crux of the argument.
All right.
Pink eye. My contention before you rudely interrupted and said he's got to be the 5 votes.
Yep.
I was going to bring it up at this segment.
Okay.
I want to put
bring
him
it up.
at 20 votes. I want to just get him to the top of the leaderboard.
Well, for a 1 week special, or is he getting 20 votes?
He's just getting 20 votes. I would very much like.
How do you think Jack Buckley would feel about this?
Have you done this here? Have you got another graphic to show us that Toby Pink is on the top of the leaderboard?
Should we
I feel like we're about to get slapped with just Toby Pink on the leaderboard.
No.
should we put some consultation to Jack Buckley, who is the inaugural winner of this and obviously a big part of this medal?
That would be a good idea.
Do you think we could go, hey,
What
do you
if he
feel
gets-
about- I mean, he's too nice of a guy. Of course he's going to say, yeah, give him the 20.
Yes.
If he plays well against West Coast, right, and wins the game
If he
against
gets
West
selected.
Coast,
Yep.
if he, I will allow the 20, like in
How about
lieu,
this?
20 in lieu.
How about this? How about this? He gets a suspended sentence of 20 votes.
Yep.
He gets those votes if he gets 5 legitimate votes between now and the North Melbourne game. So in 3 rounds. Or
All right, fine, done.
There you go.
Done. Don't rig it.
I won't.
We're going to have to see the algorithm.
Nah, Toby Pink is on. So he's a tentative 20.
Next week you owe me my score. I'm very interested.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Or I'm going to go.
Yep.
I'm going to take a piss. I'm going to quickly do your score because it won't take me long.
Wow.
I'll do it.
That's
in
an
the toilet.
effective algorithm.
I'm going to do it in the toilet.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
Okay.
great.
Do my algorithm at the same time.
While we are talking defenders, I thought I'd just put this out there and Hammer. Shame that you're going to be leading for this. Jake. Harris Andrews.
Dan's just lost on the West Coast win yesterday, and he can't get words out of his mouth.
Ecstasy.
He's
I
just
told
like,
you. I think
"Jeez,
this
it's
is
fucking
ecstasy.
amazing."
Melksham v Andrews.
Jake?
Yeah, that's Jake Melksham
Yeah.
v Harris Andrews.
Yes.
Did you see any of what happened
I
on the
didn't.
weekend?
All I heard was Harris Andrews took the lowest amount of marks he's taken since 2018. 3 marks he had.
Wow.
And Jake Melksham kicked 4 goals playing as a defensive forward. He used to do it on Gov all the time, Jake
Okay.
Melksham.
So,
And look, if you want to hang your hat on that, Jake, fair.
yep.
Right, fair, because you're getting paid and you're still on AFL list. And you're making money out of it.
Jake,
But I don't know if that's the way you want to go about it. Locking down key defenders. Defenders.
that's not it, as they say.
Jack Buckley medalists
Yep.
need to be free to do their thing.
Absolutely.
And they
It's not
can't be
fair.
responsible for forwards playing as backmen on them. If
Yeah.
anything, Jake should actually be included in the
Eligible
Jack
for votes.
Buckley algorithm as a forward because that's what he's done. Maybe he should be a backman, Jack Melksham. That's what I'll say.
I don't know if Jaden, you've been fanging around trying to find the vision of what I'm going to ask Sco about, but Melksham sprays his water bottle on Harris Andrews.
While you're pulling that together, I can't see any thumbs up, which means he's probably looking for it right now. I've texted Harry Edwards a
Yes.
picture of our live stream.
Yep.
So this is a live reaction. Hammer, while you do that, I know you can listen, you can hear me. I've just said, Harry, read the leaderboard. I believe you're up for a good day. And he replied, best day of my entire life.
Great. There you
Harry
go.
Edwards, seen the leaderboard, he said, best day of my entire life. What do you got for me? Is that enough time? There's not enough time to kill? Okay.
Well,
fine.
I can just explain it to you. Melksham
great.
sprays Harris Andrews with his water bottle.
Right.
Andrews does not like this. Gives him a bit of a shove. Melksham sprays again. Oh, here we go. Here's
He's a fair way away. Oh, I like
so
that.
He's trying to smack his water bottle out. Goes for another drink. He's not happy with this.
Wow.
Sprays him again.
Oh,
in
my
his
God.
face.
In the head. Oh, my goodness gracious me.
That's yuck behaviour. Have you ever
Can we
seen
play
that
it
before?
again? Can we play it again? Because I'd like to see the rascally. So, look, apart. Don't need audio.
please.
Don't need audio.
Okay, that's a bit cheap.
I think it was Harris started this, and then he went to wipe it out and
Bang.
missed it. He's getting annoyed,
Yeah.
and
Spray,
then that
spray,
is
spray,
just
spray.
straight in the face. The last one has just sprayed him in the face, eyes closed,
Yep.
all over his face.
I'm going to go get a pen and paper and I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Hamish is delaying his requirements as captain of East Perth to do my Jack Buckley medal score.
Should we?
for the 2018 grand final.
I've seen some comments here. Apparently, I often refer to Fremantle as the other team in WA, but that's fine. I'm allowed to do whatever I want because.
Oh, you're copying some flack about it?
Yeah.
So you've had one comment saying that, now you're taking it
No,
personally.
there's a few things. We should talk about the Fremantle Dockers,
Right.
who had a very good win on the weekend against the Giants. I was watching this at a brewery with some friends who are Fremantle fans, and inside I was sort of hoping that they wouldn't get up, but they just kept going. They beat the Giants on a very poor ground. Did you see the oval?
That was in terrible
was
condition.
awful.
But
Like
the
one of
thing
the worst
about-
I've ever seen.
The thing about poor grounds is it's the same ground for both sides. So I don't know what's going on up there at the showgrounds.
Frederick's got a super comment here that ties in here. Lads, how good was it
Super comment.
to see both Fremantle and West Coast get the win from the weekend and on the same round? What did Skeet say this morning? First time since round 11 last year that's happened. I think it was
almost-
actually round 10, which I saw elsewhere.
Yeah,
and
I
I'll trust that one over the Skeets.
Wouldn't surprise me that Skeeter's wrong. So it's been a year since both sides have won over
That
here.
is crazy.
Are we like all the way back in Western Australia now? Like,
Yes.
is it Flagmantle and Eagles to the top, right? Eagle Rock coming back. Are we going to talk about the is that a bit later in the show, project?
Oh, yeah, we could talk about it now.
No.
I had it on there. I just forgot to bring it up because I just got really excited about Eagles winning.
No, but is there another line of this stuff?
There's
that
not another line, no.
Oh, there's not?
No,
Okay.
No, that's it.
all
I've
right.
got
So you're not locked in?
Got another super comment, though. No, I didn't put it through. I got another Supercon. Brendan Lay, back again. How do we make waffle relevant again? Come on, the black and whites.
I would just like to see full commitment from the waffle and all of those involved to massive promotion and advertising and full-blown commitment to can bars. And
Yes.
you should be just marketing that to families. You need a creche / like petting zoo attached to it. And I mean attached to it. Like not the jumping castle on the other side of the wing.
Yeah,
it
Dad, I
needs
wanna
to
go
be
over there,
next
be
to
like,
it.
"Oh, I wanna have
So
a
the
beer."
dad can stand, or the dad or mum can stand at the bar whilst someone else's responsibility is the children.
Yes.
Right? Not yours.
Yep.
Right? Needs to be monitored by people that aren't the parents. And the parents need to tie one on. And that's how you get heaps of people going to the waffle. Because you can't do that at the AFL. A major criticism of Optus Stadium, we experienced this yesterday, Dan.
Yes.
You're drinking out of paper cups.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't like it.
I felt like if I didn't drink my beer quick enough, it was going to just come out the bottom and spill over my pants. Right?
Don't worry,
And
I don't think you're at risk of not drinking it quick enough.
half strength, right? Mid strength, which, hey, responsibly is all good. But if I have to effectively drink it out of a straw out of a paper cup, I may as well be sitting at the can bar on the wing
Yes.
and watching the Royals cheering Hammer on.
Just yelling at people.
I have been to multiple waffle games, played in lots too. I think that the advantage, the massive advantage that the waffle has is accessibility and relaxed nature that the AFL does not have. Like if you have kids between
And it's
the age
hell
of
affordable.
if you have kids age between the age of 12 and 0, right?
Weird that you went backwards, but yep.
Sorry, is it some sort of fucking formula I have to follow?
Yep.
I think Hammer's back. I think go onto the waffle with your kids, get them on the ground at half and quarter time and 3/4 time, and have the best time ever. Lock yourself in the can bar. That's how you make waffle great again. And thanks for coming. I'll send my
Make
invoice
waffle
to the
great
commission.
again.
What do you got for us? Hammer's back.
I'm back just for 2 seconds.
Yes.
Sorry, have you got my microphone? Is that
Yeah,
working?
love it.
Someone wanted to know Will Schofield 2018 Grand Final JBS score, the Jack Buckley score. I've run the numbers.
Is that any good? I'm actually genuinely interested.
You were good that day. You were really good that day. So I looked at, you look across this year, Sam Taylor's got the record at 12 point something.
Yes.
12 point something.
Yes.
There was a couple just over 10 on the weekend's game.
Yes.
I've run your numbers. What do you think you scored? How do you think you played?
Because I don't really know what the algorithm provides, to be honest.
You've kept it
I
very
played this my
long
bet.
gaps.
Well, I'll tell you this. I would never have had a better score than this one. Like this is my best game.
Yeah.
On the JBS.
Yeah.
I'd love this. I'd love a double digit, but it doesn't sound like we get high nines.
So
What did you say the best ever this year has been?
12. You
Oh,
haven't,
geez,
you
I
haven't
think
beaten Sam Taylor. You
Well,
haven't
no.
beaten that.
Well, I think I absolutely deserve high tens. I think high tens.
10.68.
Yeah,
Whoa,
bloody
well
good.
done. That's good.
What would that? Is it like top 3 this year?
That'd be top 3
Yeah,
this
do you
year.
know what I
That'd
mean?
be podium this year, yeah.
That's an amazing game.
Great.
It's an unbelievable game. Anyway, goodbye.
Great. Thank you very much for your
Thank you,
service.
Hammer.
That was brilliant.
We've got
Jeez,
another
that makes me
super
happy.
comment from
I
Lee
needed that
Lee.
today.
You needed that today? Well, there you go. 10.68. We should get that. Can you get that framed, Hammer? Oh,
Yep.
come back.
Super
Super comment. Hey, boys, where are we at with the skill off from last year? The darts comp, throwing the grape high and catching in the mouth. And what was the third one? What were you doing? Remember, we all picked something
chess.
that we thought we
chess.
could...
I think it was chess, wasn't it?
Oh, well, yeah, you've got me then. I don't even know where the pieces move. But we should organise
I mean,
that.
I was trying to pick one that I'd beat you at, so that
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
was
a
the
good,
whole point.
That seems
Can
like a
we,
good choice.
Jaden, can you please make a note somewhere? This has to happen by the end of June.
We've got a couple of things on the podcast that need to happen. That's one of them.
Pelican?
Sean Darcy needs to get a tattoo
Yes.
live. Oh, no, they need to play Monopoly Deal.
Is that with
Corey Wagner.
Corey Wagner? Yep.
That needs to happen.
Yes.
They're both committed, by the way. Number 3, we need to have a rave at the Pelican. I haven't seen
Lock
anyone
in.
at the Pelican
For a while, yeah. I don't know.
in the new year. Like I have the plants. I don't know who's looking after the plants. Well, there's dry looking plants out the front.
Oh, you mean in the studio? Oh, you mean at Pelican?
I'm only
Yes.
talking about the Pelican.
Sorry.
No, I'm not talking about anything else.
No,
just
the plants at the front of the Pelican are dying.
dry
Yeah, they're
leaves,
very dry.
dusty. No one sat out
Dusty.
there for months.
So I don't know if that I love the guy at the Pelican. Never met him. But
You don't love him.
It's just I feel really shit about the fact that the tables and chairs at the front have never been sat on.
They're dusty.
Ever.
They're dusty.
They've never been sat on.
Has Sydney been here yet? They have, but they're coming back. Because the idea was to have a Pelican at the Pelican. Yeah, Lewis Melican, the Pelican at the Pelican.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
There's the list of 3 things. So skill test, tattoos, and the Pelican at the Pelican.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool. So your darts, I'm darts, your chess, and then Hammer's throwing grapes really high in the up. Yes.
Sydney are not back.
Sydney are
not
No, we've missed them.
Maybe we could just get a Zoom call with him to put him up on a big...
On a screen?
Yeah, like a big screen, though.
Yes.
Like Optus Stadium size screen, and just put him up there. Just he can DJ.
Virtual DJ. That's
Either him or Moby.
Can I ask? I'm just going to go through some more YouTube comments soon, but we need to go back to Fremantle, who had a very good win against the Giants. Right. Serious talk. Freo back, right? They just beat the Giants in Canberra, wherever it is, NG Stadium.
I get the feeling from Freo fans that you'd like to be back in a big way.
Yes.
And like not lose for multiple weeks.
Yep.
Which you've got an opportunity to do. Can you check their next 3 or 4 games? Yep. I think they've got an opportunity to win a lot of them.
Yep.
Or you'd like to be bad. I don't think anyone's really enjoying the St Kilda game, which is shit, into the Collingwood game, which was challenging. Right? They challenged Collingwood into one of the great wins. GWS in GWS. You can't win away from home, but you do. I don't think anyone wants that. Dockers fans certainly don't. They don't want to be on this pogo stick, pogo ride, jumping up and down, in and out, things snapping. Like, they just want to be good or bad. If they're bad, they get more draft picks and probably get a new coach. If they're good, they win a flag. They're neither right now. And I don't think, they don't want to live in they're in purgatory.
Yeah.
Absolutely in purgatory.
So they've got, Port Adelaide at Optus Stadium next week.
The fucking sausage rolls about to come back up again.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
They gave us a bottle of sparkling wine to the room. Beck doesn't drink, so it's just been me.
Are you still staying there?
Yeah.
You're back there tonight?
Yeah, back.
You're taking an hour out of your Crown Towers time?
Yep.
Oh, you're not at Towers, though?
No, not Promenade.
Metropole.
Not the one where people,
Have you got a balcony?
No balcony. What do I need?
If anyone
what do you do out on balconies?
If anyone is listening at Crown,
smoke cigs.
I expect to be a full upgrade to Dan Const's room by the time he gets back. There'll be listeners, guaranteed. Make it happen, someone.
To
Towers as well.
To Towers, yeah, please. Either way, you can access the casino, so we're fine. Optus Stadium against Port Adelaide. Then you got to go to
this is Dockers.
People's First to verse Gold Coast.
It's difficult.
Rough. Then you've got North at home.
They'll win that. And Hammer doesn't.
Essendon. Oh, you got 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, win.
Essendon.
Yep.
Yeah, at home.
And then bye, I think, but then one more game.
Yeah, and then St Kilda at home again. They got 3.
So they potentially win 3 of the next 4, and
then Sydney at SEG, Hawks at Optus, Collingwood, Eagles, Carlton.
Yeah, we'll stop at Sydney. But I think out of the next 5 games, they win 4 of them, and so they could be all the way back.
It must be very nice to have a bye and then 3 games in a row at Optus.
Yeah, they play 3 games at home. One of those against a good side, right? Or is it?
No, Essendon, St Kilda, North.
Well, that's a guaranteed 3 in a row. Don't even think about it.
Wow.
Yep.
There you go, Freo.
So
you're back.
Freo. You're
Welcome.
back
Hey, we've got a couple more fines. Jaden, can we keep going through those, please?
I'd love to. Thanks.
G'day, Will, Hammer and Dan.
Hi.
Just a little $9 fine for one Dan Cont.
Yes.
And the reason why I came up with $9 is $1 for every Eagles loss so far. Dan, on Backchat this week, you made the outlandish call that Eagles are a certainty. They are guaranteed to beat St Kilda.
Oh, no.
Eagles haven't won a game. They're putrid.
Oh, boy.
Now, there's been a bunch of outlandish calls on Backchat, and Hamish might make a lot of them, but when he does make those outlandish calls, he says things like, if this doesn't happen, I'll get shit in my hands and clap. And he went and did it.
Yeah.
Like, fair play to him. Anytime Hamish makes an outlandish call, he believes it. I feel like you're doing a bit of, what the media journalists are doing now, a bit of, clicky bait kind of calls.
Clicky bait.
I just don't see how you can say Eagles are a certainty and are guaranteed to beat the Saints. St Kilda beat Geelong. St Kilda could rest
This is
double
so
what
good.
Collingwood did against Freo, and they'd still beat the Eagles.
Yep.
I hope there's a
So
final.
unless you're going to back up your words with you're going to do something if your outlandish call doesn't land, you can't be saying things
Look at
like
your
that.
face
So
right now, Dan.
Dan, I'm sorry, $9 fine. I hope you get to see your team win, but yeah, it's not looking good. It's my condolences for your footballing team this year. Anyways, thanks for the good content, boys.
Yep.
Take it easy. Have a good one. And
hey, finish your fine, motherfucker. All right, so
Well, that
can I
aged
just? I
like
know you're gonna
milk.
reply. I know you're.
Okay.
I know you're gonna reply.
Yep.
But I got to say, I just respect the commitment to the fine.
Yeah.
I know it's not right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's all right.
But I can respect it.
And
over to you, Dan.
Well, look, I'm gonna say I have to back my guy in who sent that fine in. Sorry, I don't remember the name, but I appreciate he sent that in before the
Oh, you'd
before the
hope
round.
so. You'd hope he sent it before the game.
Unless we need some assistance. But look, I appreciate you going at me, and it's a fair criticism. But the thing is, I'm not just saying things for the sake of trying to be clicky-baity or anything like that. I genuinely believe the things I say, and I'm not going to go. I'm not Hamish Brayshaw is going to say I'm going to shit in my hands and clap. That's not me. I roll with what it is, and unfortunately that fine just aged like milk. And West Coast Eagles are well and truly back. I thought he was going to get me on a technicality that the West Coast Eagles didn't actually win.
Right.
And because the Eagles are 9-0.
Has he sent in another fine to fine himself?
I hope so. Jaden, give us the next one, please.
Fine for Brisbane Lions defenders, currently making Melbourne, who we all know suck, look amazing. A couple of minutes to go in the game. Not enjoying this one bit.
That's a good fine.
Fair.
Because current reigning Jack Buckley medalist is playing.
Yeah.
And is captain.
Yeah.
And Jack Payne, who is second, I believe, was also playing. So that's a fair fine, and it's exactly what I want. I want fines when people are watching the footy, and I want direct, instant emotions about how you're feeling. Shit decision. Like, if I could have picked a moment out of the weekend for me to fine, I would have fined and loved old Mark Philippoussis doing his finger against Brady Hoff. The poo, right? Mateus Philippou doing his finger against Brady Hoff. Like, that was just brilliant. And that,
so
for me, is finable. And it was already fine. Someone already did that.
We got a super... Yeah. Sorry, I have to butt in.
We have to cut you off, sorry. And I love that. Yeah, great. Super comment.
Brandon Cavallaro. In the spirit of the AFL 26 rankings, who do you think would get the highest score in the strength category on the current roster?
In the whole AFL?
That must be, yeah, in the whole AFL. Who's strong?
You know who I used to think? Marcus Adams from Brisbane Bulldogs fame.
Yep.
He looked like an animal.
Giant.
Patrick Voss, Josh Tracy come to mind. Like right huge. Now, they are big, big boys. Riley Thilthorpe.
Adam Thorpe.
I think Adam's brother Riley could be up there. He throws. Oh my goodness! If you're not watching
the veins,
you might want to go on YouTube and just have a look at Marcus Adams. Marcus Adams is one of the great figurines of all time. Like, he looks like he's out of a box. It looks like it's in Madame Tussauds wax museum.
Whack museum.
Whack museum.
What about beast mode? Reese Matheson.
Reese Matheson.
Reese
Matheson. Big.
Huge.
Big boy. Good bloke too. We like him a lot.
Really good bloke. All
Massive.
Right. Sorry for cutting.
Look at Reese.
You got that up way too quick, James. Is that on your desktop? What the heck?
James got the top of his favourites background of his phone.
Man. Wow. Oh, so good. All right, next fine, please. Sorry to cut that off.
All natural.
Yeah, lads, just a $7 fine for whoever it is at Channel 7 picks the fucking camera angle when they're coming back from a goal.
Yep.
And is not just picking the classic straight behind, looking at the circle, like,
Yep.
yes. Oh, come on. Sorry, the game's still going.
Yes.
But whoever's picking the stupid fucking camera angles that are not just the classic shot when the ball's bounced up after a goal. Whatever it is, whoever's picking that, it's a $7 fine for every time you've done it. So at least probably 5 times in this game.
maybe $5 fine. I think the $7 fine probably referred to Channel 7.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
I love that fine.
Yeah.
Instant. You can hear the footy on in the background,
Yeah.
right?
Eagles game in the background.
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Right? Just show us the centre bounce view. I don't need to get some angle out of the crowd that's like zooming in through Nick Dacos's legs to like show me Darcy Moore standing in the goal square. Just show me the centre bounce. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
$700 fine. Done.
Before we finish up, how many more fines do we have, Jaden?
4, 5. I requested more fines because
this is great.
We got some that came in 20 minutes.
Great.
We got something coming. I just wanted. Someone's on YouTube said, "Bring back the hats." We must be sold out.
We are sold out.
We can
Hats will be brought back.
Yeah,
we've been sleeping on merch. I promise we'll get our shit together
We will.
at some point in time.
All right, let's do a couple more fines and we'll
Also
finish
got
up.
cease and desisted by the AFL, but
That's true.
Oh yes, good afternoon. This is Sir Fonda Cox here. A $1 fine to Andrew Dillon, another one to Laura Kane for their piss-poor handling of the AFL that apparently has never been in better position. Time to bring in the mental health round, you bunch of fucking billocks.
I don't know where to go with that.
Oh, man.
There's just no necessity for the voice, but I loved it.
Great roll of the R as well. Andrew.
So there was a little bit of
Dillon.
yeah. So that means there's a bit of maybe like a
Do you know who I think that was? I actually think I know who that was. Gil McLaughlin.
yes.
He's like, I gotta cover up my voice. It's a prank call.
Thanks for the fine, Gil.
Thanks,
That's
Gil.
brilliant. I love it. Give me some more.
Oh, the pink eye. Oh, the pink eye. I tell you what, boys, it's over 24 hours post the pink eye mark, and I'm still harbouring a massive shin boner, and I'm not even a boner supporter. Oh, boy, the pink eye has got me going good. I'm just driving the tractor at the moment, and it's hard to concentrate. It's hard to keep consciousness thinking about the pink eye, but I've just rubbed a little bit of shit in my eyes to channel my inner pink eye. Oh, boy.
Can we play Hammer that when he gets back here? Because seriously, I don't know how the bloke's keeping the tractor on the road. That's great. This is brilliant. More of this, please.
Backchatpodcast.com.au/fines is where you can record them in. Do it while you're watching games. If you see something, just record it straight away. It's so easy and it sends it straight to our emails. We'll play them on the show every Monday.
You can like save it as like a little shortcut on your desktop, and then you just on the desktop on your phone,
on your app, on your phone. It looks like an app.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Fine.
There you go. That's
shove it up.
That's pretty technically advanced.
Shove it up.
for
The
you.
AFL's bloody.
Yeah.
You know.
Gil McLaughlin's got the app saved.
Yeah, correct.
Jane, you went to grab the mic. It looks like you're about to say something. No. Okay.
He's just telling us how locked in he is.
Just how locked in. I think that's. You want to keep going? Going to keep doing some fines? Yeah. Go on. Play us another one, Jane.
Yeah, boys, great show. Hey, fine for Scully. Mate, you doubted Dan.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Hey, boys, big fan of the pod. Just got a fine to send out to Scully and Hammer for giving Dan a bit of shit last week for thinking that Eagles could beat Saints.
Yep.
Is this Dan?
So just for that, I think both
Hey,
of
guys.
you should transfer Dan $28.
Jaden's so locked in right now.
G'day, legends. I've got a
we'd already know
$5
that one.
here for Mateus Philippou.
Jaden is.
So did you cut $28 man off? You
No.
did, didn't you?
What he did was he'd already played.
We've played that one before.
Oh.
He plays
I'm
that
just going through the speak pipe because these are the new ones that have come in.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone's input tonight. It's been a fun show.
Let's go through. What do we got going on this week? Wednesday.
Let me tell you what's happening at Backchat, ladies and gentlemen. If a couple of things. Number one, thank you for sharing with your friends and family. Audience numbers look great, and we appreciate you sharing it. We'd love you to continue sharing what we do. Whether you like today's show, or you like the Footy Interchange, or you like the guest shows, right? Or you like our golf show, or you like our Forward Drive show, or the Shelter Footy Cast, or whatever you like. Fridays, Hammers Happy Hour. Please keep telling people about it. It really helps us. Number two, we got worldwide exclusive coming up Wednesday. Absolute. I mean, everything we do is worldwide exclusive.
That's
I will
true.
say that. It's probably this one's actually going to be pushed worldwide.
Yes.
I won't tell you exactly
It's not coming
what it
out
is.
Wednesday.
We have, well, depending on how much I crack the whips.
Yeah.
We have a world champion. Hasn't done an interview since he became world champ, and he'll be doing it with Backchat.
Mike Tyson?
Not Mike. No, but better than Mike. So that's what's coming up.
Great.
Anything else you want to mention before I finish off?
Paywise Sporting Podcast 2025. Just call Hammer. If you need anything that's Paywise related and also just anything in your life, just get a hold of Hammer at Paywise and he'll help you out. Tab Touch, Shelter Brewing Co., Whippersnapper Whiskey, ID Athletic, Mumba Digital, On One Services, who I saw all were lapping it up in the West Coast change rooms after the win. Just saw them roaming around. So they get your things done. And Camera Electronic, of course, making the podcast happen. We'll be back next Monday.
Don't leave us just yet. I do have an important chat to finish off with. I didn't want to start the podcast with this because I think overall it's a difficult conversation to have, and this podcast in particular, is about having a laugh, talking shit about footy, and geez, we do a good job of that. And we have an hour of this a week that we get to do that, but I didn't speak about my good friend Adam Selwood, who sadly passed away over the weekend. I'm not trying to move through this quickly to, get away with not addressing it. It's just a difficult thing to talk about at the start of a show that relies so much on happiness and having fun with your mates, because that is sort of, I guess, what's been stripped away from Adam, but family, friends close to him over the weekend. I guess just from the point of view of Backchat and what we do in here, how important men's mental health is. Suicide is the number one cause of death in Australia for men aged under 45. So there's no quick fix for this. It needs open and honest conversations about this, and it is a men in particular thing, although it is not exclusive to men. It is exorbitantly prolific in men in Australia and the world. So we need you individually to speak to someone. If you are struggling, if you are finding something difficult in your life, I guarantee you there is someone that will listen to you that wants to talk about it. If that means what this podcast does for you is about that, terrific. But there is something that will help you, with your struggles, with whatever is making life difficult for you. And I do that. Dan does that. Jaden does that. Everyone, around me knows that I have an open ear to anyone who needs to speak about anything. So please, can I encourage that? And to finish on, some sort of football related topic, I would love the AFL to fully commit to a men's mental health round. I heard earlier on from Drew Jones, who features on the Footy Interchange. He's been looking into this, spoken with the AFL, and not that it's a bad thing at all, because it's a great cause, but they have said they are not focusing on a men's mental health round. They want to make Spud's game, which is between St Kilda and Richmond. Is that right? They want to make that their big focus, and they want that to be, huge across the AFL, and they want to drive funds through that, which is terrific. I don't want to be insensitive in this regard, but I just want to increase chats about it. We have to, as an AFL industry, commit to an AFL men's mental health round. There is not one reason why we couldn't do this. We could do this in 1 week. If next week we said this round is about focusing on men's mental health, everyone's going to wear blue socks. Everyone's going to wear a blue armband. I don't care what it is, but this doesn't need a 2-year action plan to do, because it's about promoting men's mental health, taking away stigmas around talking about your mental health, and focusing on something that is the biggest killer of men in this country, under 45. So, although I like to whack the AFL on issues that really mean absolutely nothing, like the tribunal and the umpiring standards and the administration of that game, the AFL must make a stand on this, and it couldn't be easier to do for them. Make a men's mental health round, commit to it as an industry, and help men in this country. It has been an extremely hard time for the Selwood family, and I'd like to finish on passing on my deepest condolences publicly to Marie and Bryce, the mother of Adam and Troy, Joel and Scott, the brothers of Adam and Troy, and their immediate family and connections. There couldn't be anything harder than what they're going through right now. And sometimes doing this show just feels highly insignificant to issues that are going on in the world, and that is it right now. But I would love proper conversation and talk around a men's mental health round for the AFL. Dan, I think you're happy for me to leave it at that?
Mate. Yep.
Great.
Well done.
Thanks for joining us on Backchat. As always, we love you. And if you're listening and you're struggling with this stuff, know that, mate, someone loves you. I'll tell you, I love you. It literally does not matter who you are. If you're listening or watching to this, Scully loves you. There's one. I guarantee there's more.